Hello everyone, and welcome to our story time. Today, we have a wonderful tale about a very special little hero in a big, green forest. Let's get cozy and begin our adventure with Dr. Nivo and the forest friends. Deep in the heart of a sun-dappled forest, nestled inside a warm little burrow under the roots of an ancient oak tree, lived a tiny grey mouse named Nivo. But Nivo wasn't just any mouse. No, he was much more than that. He always carried a small, well-worn brown bag slung over his shoulder. Inside, it was filled with all sorts of mysterious herbs, fragrant leaves, and tiny, shiny tools. Because of this, everyone in the forest, from the smallest beetle to the biggest bear, affectionately called him Dr. Nivo. He was their trusted friend and healer. One bright and sunny morning, Dr. Nivo stepped out of his cozy burrow, twitching his nose and sniffing the crisp morning air. But something felt different today. Usually, the forest was alive with the cheerful chirping of birds and the busy buzzing of bees. But this morning, an unusual quiet had settled over the trees. It flew. Even the gentle breeze seemed to rustle the leaves with a little bit of worry. Dr. Nivo's whiskers twitched again. He knew something was amiss. Just then, a young rabbit with soft, fluffy fur came hopping over, his long ears drooping. He was holding one of them carefully with his paw. "Oh, Dr. Nivo, I'm so glad I found you," the rabbit said, his voice wobbly. "My ear feels so heavy and strange." Pause. "I was hopping through the bushes, and I think a leaf got stuck deep inside." Dr. Nivo gave the rabbit a reassuring smile. "Don't you worry, little one. Let me take a look." He gently set down his brown bag, opened the clasp, and peered inside. With a practiced hand, he selected a tiny, smooth twig. Very carefully, he checked the rabbit's long, pink ear, and there it was. A curled, yellow autumn leaf was tucked way down inside. With a gentle nudge, he skillfully pulled it out. The rabbit wiggled his ear, feeling the instant relief. He giggled, a happy, light sound that broke the morning's silence. "Oh, thank you, Dr. Nivo. It feels so much better," he exclaimed, before happily hopping away into the meadow. Feeling pleased that he could help, Dr. Nivo continued his morning stroll, venturing deeper into the forest. As he walked past a grove of tall pine trees, he heard a low, rumbling groan. He followed the sound and soon found a big brown bear sitting slumped beside a mossy rock, rubbing his giant paw with a pained expression on his face. "Oh, my paw," the bear grumbled. "It hurts so much every time I try to step on it." Dr. Nivo, ever brave, scurried up to the massive creature. "Don't worry, friend bear, let me see." He nimbly climbed up the bear's furry leg, brushed the thick fur on his paw aside, and squinted his eyes to get a closer look. His sharp eyes spotted the problem right away. A tiny, sharp thorn was embedded in the soft pad of the bear's paw. Dr. Nivo took out a pair of tiny, strong tweezers from his bag. With a firm but gentle pull, he removed the thorn. Then, he found a soft, clean dock leaf and carefully placed it over the spot, like a little bandage. The bear took a tentative step, then another. The pain was gone. A huge, warm smile spread across his furry face. "Thank you, little doctor," he rumbled gratefully. "Gee, have a big heart for such a small mouse." Just as the bear lumbered off happily, a flash of vibrant color swooped down from the branches above. It was a beautiful parrot, with feathers of emerald green, sapphire blue, and ruby red. But instead of her usual cheerful squawk, she could only manage a tiny, hoarse whisper. "Dr. Nivo," she rasped, "I've lost my voice. I tried to sing my morning song, but nothing came out." Dr. Nivo nodded knowingly. He reached into his bag once more and pulled out a small, fragrant green herb. "Here," he said softly. "Chew on this slowly. It will soothe your throat. The parrot took the herb in her beak and did as she was told. After a few moments of chewing, she cleared her throat, opened her beak, let out a bright, clear, happy note that echoed through the trees. The music was back in the forest. Suddenly, a loud splash echoed from the nearby river, followed by a frantic cry for help. Without a second thought, Dr. Nivo ran towards the sound. When he reached the riverbank, he saw a young beaver thrashing in the water, stuck tightly between two large, fallen branches. Help! The beaver cried. Guys, I was trying to build my dam, and I got trapped, and now I can't get out. Nivo's mind raced. The branches were too heavy for him to move alone. He quickly pulled a long, sturdy vine rope from his bag and expertly tied one end securely around the branches. He then spotted a graceful deer grazing nearby and waved his paws to get her attention. "Friend deer," called Elle, "please, could you pull on this rope?" The deer understood immediately and, using her strength, gave the vine a mighty tug. The branches creaked and slowly opened, just enough for the beaver to slip free and swim to the shore, shaking water from his fur. By now, a small crowd had gathered. The rabbit, the bear, the parrot, and the beaver, along with other squirrels, badgers, and birds, all surrounded the tiny mouse doctor. They chatted and chirped, thanking him again and again for his kindness, his bravery, and his cleverness. The quiet, worried feeling from the morning had completely vanished. The forest was once again filled with happy sounds and a warm, friendly feeling. And it was all because their tiny Dr. Nivo cared so much for every single one of his forest friends. Thank you so much for joining us for this story. If you enjoyed spending time with Dr. Nivo, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more wonderful adventures. See you next time.